What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 743rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. I honestly do not know what episode number we're on. So Dev, if you could take care of that for me, or at least let your boy know what the episode number is. This way I can properly mark it. Shout out to my Sharpe Stream guys, my guys in the Sharpe Stream chat. I greatly appreciate you guys joining me today. I am streaming live on many platforms. We are streaming live from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, no longer Twitter, and of course, in crystal clear, high definition 4K to Sharpe Stream, which you can download for free on sharpestream.com. The mobile app is absolutely free. You can watch absolutely free. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. It is Thursday, July 8th of 2021. We, of course, are brought to you. I don't think I have the... I forgot the whatchamacallit. Well, we're brought to you by the CME, even though you see the 49 Laws of Sharpe on your screen. And by the way, it was brought to my attention, episode 744, it was brought to my attention that the word Renaissance on the 49 Laws of Sharpe was misspelled. Looks like I added an N right there at the front. And so, listen, man, I specialize in female behavior. I am something of a relationship expert. Certainly not a civilian anymore. Never said that spelling was my strong suit. Very good math guy. Very good math guy. I have a memory like an elephant. But spelling's never really been my strong suit. So sue me there. Sue me there. Dre Raven, Apollo 137, C-Mac, and Geeky Anomaly. Appreciate you guys joining in the chat. Okay, let's get right to it. So, Kevin Samuels has a show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And his shows never, ever disappoint, what with the delusion that he faces when he talks to these particular females. And it's interesting. I watched his interview with Tasha K earlier this morning, and even she is astounded by his level of patience. Kevin's level of patience, his grace under fire, just having to deal with delusional females on a daily basis, who a lot of times when they call in bad faith. They call in bad faith, right? They're calling looking for advice. They claim they're looking for advice. All they're really doing is looking for a fight. That's all they're really doing. And so for Kevin to have to deal with this night in, night out, and he also does this on Instagram too. I might actually start breaking those down as well. But for him to do this night in, night out, again, speaks to his patience, man. This guy has an endless reservoir of patience. He absolutely does. Well, last night he had, I'm going to break down. There were two or three interviews that he did. I think it's like 3 or 4. There were 3 long ones, and then there was one really short one, where he, of course, took phone calls, and all of the rest of that. And once again, man, women put their true nature on display for all the world to see, while at the same time denying what they know is true. So let me quit running my mouth here. Let's go and get right to it.
Okay, so...
and let me know if the sound is good, because I know it can be blown out sometimes. So let me know if the sound is solid.
I had called into your show one day last week. I am married. I've been married for 5 years. But when I did come into my marriage, I did have a child.
Okay.
When I got with my spouse.
Okay.
My son was 3 at the time. Um, his father, I lost my virginity to. He was the only person I had been with. And then when things were finished with that relationship, I kind of made it up in my mind like that it would just be me and my son, because I kind of assumed, like, just thinking about everything that went on with the relationship, that like what man would want to deal with this. Like, it seemed
Okay.
like it was a headache. It was a headache for me
Maybe a man with 2 kids.
dealing with it, and I was in it.
Okay.
So I just was like, well, if it's just going to be me and my son till he gets older, then that's just what it's going to be. But it just so happened that a high school sweetheart of mine, we kind of ended up reconnecting, and so
A high school sweetheart of mine, we ended up reconnecting, right? Didn't she just say that the father of her son was the first and only man that she had ever been with in the biblical way? She was a virgin. She lost her virginity, allegedly, to her husband, who, of course, is now her ex-husband / baby daddy at this point. But then she said, high school sweetheart. Translation: I married a beta orbiter. The man she is married to now had a huge crush on her in high school. She didn't give him the time of day. Listen, for all we know, she might have just done the whole good girl thing, right? But now he's actually married to her. And I'll tell you something else. This is exactly what happened to my ex-wife, Darcy. My ex-wife, Darcy, is married to a man who had a huge crush on her in high school. He had the biggest crush on her in high school. Darcy didn't give him the time of day because she was one of the popular girls at school, right? She was pretty. She was smart-ish. She was pretty. That's really all that mattered, right? And so when her and I got a divorce after 7 years, I guess he saw fit to swoop in and grab her. Hey, man, happy ending, right? Not so much. Not so much. The man she married has 5 kids. 5 kids. 5 children. 5 children. Of course, Darcy was going to reconnect, quote unquote, with this guy, right? He didn't have, listen, man, of course she didn't, listen, of course Darcy didn't have a problem with his 5 kids, right? He didn't have a problem with the fact that she had lost custody of her daughter, who was, I guess at that point, almost grown at that point. It's so funny. And again, when we say high school sweetheart, okay, what that is meant to mean is that's somebody you dated in high school. So listen, maybe he dated this girl in high school, but they never slept together. No, I don't think so. Listen, I suppose it's possible, but it's not likely. Here's another thing. What you guys have to understand, and again, I picked this up again on Tasha K. Okay, Tasha K acknowledged, because she catches this too. She acknowledged that there's a lot of things that these women say that a lot of people pick up on, but Kevin doesn't necessarily call it out or address it. Okay. This is why Kevin is where he is. Kevin doesn't have Tourette's in the way that, well, wait a minute, I heard something that might not make sense. Listen, Kevin knows that this girl married a former high school beta orbiter. He could have said that. There's no need to. He's just going to let her talk. You're going to see this a lot. Guys. And I think I'm going to label this hashtag Kevin didn't say it, so I will. Kevin doesn't feel the need to address every little thing. Not like I do. Like, when I break down articles and videos and movies, I am... Now, of course, I have the luxury of doing that because, of course, it's only one article, one video. Kevin's got to go through, 10, 15 callers every night. But that's exactly what happened. Ice Dragon Kid on the YouTube side said, homie got boiced, LMAO. That's the way it is. That's the way it is, man. I would say he got David Wested, but that's a whole other category.
And just things just went from there, and everything was fine.
So, did you just want to tell your story, or do you have a question?
Well, I guess so. My question, I guess, for you, as far as the hope for the single woman with the child, because I know that you told the girl,
single woman with the child. Say it out loud. Single mother. Listen, man, like let's not sugarcoat what's happening. She's not a single woman with a child. She is a single mother. Once a female gives birth to an offspring, all other titles cease to matter, right? She's a mother first, she's a woman second.
that was the basketball player, you were telling her that basically, if she gave full custody of her son to the father.
What I need you to do.
By the way, that interview that he did with the basketball player, that was an absolute shit show. Holy moly.
Is I allowed you to tell your story. I need you to be specific. What's the question?
I'm sorry. Okay, specifically, my question is, is that the only way that you see it working for a single mother is by...
Okay, all right, see, okay.
What she's doing, what she's asking is, are single mothers doomed, right? That's what she's asking. She's asking, Kevin, listen, man, I know what you say about single mothers and the dating market, et cetera, et cetera. Like, but what about the exception, Kevin, right? That's what she's asking him. What she is asking him to do is to glorify the statistical anomaly. That's what this is. Do you ever see it working out in a way that it doesn't normally work out? Well, of course he does. Of course he sees it, right? But when you're giving someone advice, you give them advice or guidance based on events that are more likely to happen, right? Listen, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. We get all that. But in the way of single mothers and the dating market, it is what it is. Like, listen, man, there might be a single mom out there who may have beaten the odds, but there's always a reason. There's always a reason. Maybe the single mother is still actually hot. Listen, man, there are some single mothers out there that are smoke shows. They are absolutely hot. The hotter they are, the more choices they have, right? Listen, high-value men, they'll certainly smash single mothers. They're not going to commit to them because they have other options. That's to me, that's just the way of it. But what this girl is trying to do is she's trying to sort of nice Kevin into glorifying the statistical exception.
You married a guy you knew from high school. That's what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did he have any children?
Yes.
There you go. Right? High school sweetheart. Had a crush on her in high school. Didn't get with her. Ended up having a few kids, and then he met her. And it's interesting. It's interesting. A lot of single mothers like to call themselves being picky. Well, I would never date or marry a man with kids. Well, guess what? As a single mother, that's kind of what you have to do. I mean, if you don't want to be alone. I mean, listen, man. As a woman, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. That's just all there is to it. But the bottom line is that when you have children as a woman on the dating market, your options are limited.
Was he married previously?
No.
How many children does he have?
2.
Ooh. Did your husband go to college?
Yes.
Now, what does he do for a living?
He owns a health insurance company.
Sounds like the husband does pretty good. You want to know something? Darcy's husband also did pretty good. Actually, he still does do pretty good. Makes a great living. Now, obviously, he has to take care of his 5 kids. And I think most of them are grown now, right? But again, if you are a damaged woman, single mother, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to understand, listen, man, like you might be able to get with a guy who makes a very good living, but there are always costs. There's no way, absolutely no way in hell, no way on God's green earth that Darcy marries there's no way Darcy marries this guy before she married me. She could have married this guy anytime she wanted to. Anytime she wanted to. Nope, she had to wait until she had been married 3 times to 2 different men, right? So Darcy married her ex-husband, divorced him, and then married him again. Divorced him again, got with me, and now she is with the guy she is with. So my ex-wife has been married 4 times to 3 different men. At that point, she knew, all right, you know what? Listen, my options are limited. This guy over here, he makes good money, and he has 5 kids, but I don't have any other options. Alpha smash, beta cash.
Okay. And how many mothers of the kids?
1.
All right. So you got 1 kid. You married a man with 2 kids.
Yes.
All right. That woman was talking about she wanted a man with no kids.
Right.
See that?
So
right. So the woman he had before, a single mother, said she wanted a man with no kids. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A single mother, and listen, man, listen. People can want whatever they want. Listen, that's your God-given right. If you want a Ferrari, hey, by all means, want the Ferrari. But there's a big difference between something you want and something you're actually able to get. As a single mother, if you're a single mother, you don't get to say, I want a guy with no kids. Right? That's like an overweight female, a plus size female, saying that she doesn't want a plus size man. I don't want a fat guy. Well, sweetheart, you're overweight. So guess what? Your options are going to be limited. If you don't want guys who are overweight, then you yourself need to be not overweight. If a woman wants to date a guy with no kids, don't have kids. That's how this works. It's not complicated.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Well,
it's
see,
almost
because
like, it's almost like you ladies. It's almost like well, it worked out for me.
There you go.
All right.
See,
but I'm gonna ask you. Well, I'm not gonna say because I don't want to mess up anybody's home.
This is interesting, right? So Kevin pulled her card. He's like, listen, man, you're coming on my show, right? You talk about single mothers, this and that and the other, but it worked out. Well, listen, man, I was a single mother, and the husband, my husband married me. I had a kid. Well, there's a reason for that. He had 2 kids. And he was your beta orbiter. Of course he's going to marry you, right? Even still, let's just say she actually hit the jackpot, locks down a high value man. That would never happen. But for the sake of argument, if it did, that is the statistical exception. That is the statistical anomaly. And Kevin gives women advice. He gives them truth. He gives them wisdom, guidance based on what is more likely to happen. That's just how it is. Listen, man, women aren't special, man. Women aren't special. Men aren't special. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you make your hay in your life. You decide what you want to do. But there's nothing special really about anything. Okay, some people might be born with extraordinary talents, but I'm not one of those people. She's not one of those people. And Kevin's not one of those people. The reason why Kevin is where he is because he's 52 years old and he has a wealth of experience. He came up in corporate sales. He understands how people work. He understands what motivates people, and he sees right through the bullshit, which is why he is where he is. Dude, at 25 years old, Kevin Samuels didn't say, you know what, I'm going to be a content creator on YouTube. Nope. Kevin Samuels was in corporate America, making his hay, preparing for the career that he now has. This is how this is. There's nothing special about Kevin, nothing special about me, nothing special about this woman, right? But what men like myself and Kevin realize is that you cannot base your life decisions on the statistical anomalies. Listen, man, nobody's saying that you shouldn't have a dream, right? Nobody's saying that you shouldn't have a dream. Listen, man, dream away, have high goals, etc., etc. Zach Small actually said this at the Conference of Masculine Excellence, man. Listen, if your goals don't scare you, your goals aren't high enough. I agree with that 100%. But by the same token, you got to be realistic. You can't say, well, I want $1 billion when I grow up. That's possible, not likely, right? The average billionaire will tell you that, listen, man, there was some luck along the way. Hey, listen, man, I had to have the drive, had to have the dream, but there was some luck along the way. But billionaires never, I don't know, maybe billionaire calling the show. Nobody ever really sets out to be a billionaire. You set out to be the best version of yourself. And if a few things break right, if you have the work ethic to forge forward, then yeah, you might actually accomplish that. You might actually accomplish that. Kevin, it's funny. I could, if I knew Kevin back in his mid-20s, my guess, and I don't know, maybe this is bias, maybe this is, revisionist history, but if 52-year-old Kevin Samuels talked to 25-year-old Kevin Samuels and told him, hey, when you're 52 years old, you're going to be a millionaire, I don't think that 25-year-old Kevin would be surprised. I don't think he would be surprised. Again, that doesn't mean that Kevin is special. This just means that these were his goals. But again, he didn't set out to be this, right? He took a job that was more than likely to make him a lot of money. And he made a boatload of money in corporate America. And those skills serve him now. But he never purports to be the outlier or the exception to the rule. Don't live your life according to outliers. If you are an outlier, great. But do not base your goals on outliers. Some people, listen, a very, very minute amount of people base their goals on outliers. I want to be a billionaire. And a very, very minute amount of people actually accomplish that. But it is far more unlikely that you're not going to accomplish that. Hey, listen, if you don't become a billionaire, you fall short and be a millionaire, hey, not a bad life. Not a bad life.
But oftentimes a woman doesn't choose a man with 2 kids as their first choice.
Right.
Uh-oh. So yeah, y'all can get together and make the Brady Bunch, and that works. Right. But we wouldn't recommend this now.
There you go.
Would we?
There you go.
No, absolutely not.
See, and listen, look at the look on her face. She's like, no, of course I wouldn't recommend that, right? Listen, she is where she is, and listen, good for her. Listen, she's young, she's married, she has a family. But even she admits, listen, I might be an outlier, but I'm still very fortunate. Like, she understands, and listen, I'm not going to hate on anybody for being a little lucky. I'm never going to be that guy. But again, you have to be self-aware enough to understand that your path is not the way to do it, right? You're a single mother who now you are a young single mother who now has a family. Dude, 9.5 times out of 10, probably even more than that, doesn't work out that way.
Okay. And that's my point. Just because it happened, you met somebody who was in high school and you guys may have clicked, kudos to you. But ma'am, you got to realize that's in the minority of the situation.
There you go. That's it.
Absolutely. And I kind of did with what you recommended to her, which was my son primarily lives with his father.
Uh-huh.
Her son primarily lives with her father. So dad has the kid on the weekdays. And I guess she gets the kid on the weekends. I mean, listen, I don't know what their custody agreement is, but yeah, that's probably what I take it to mean.
And so that's another part of the reason why I kind of supported what you said to her, because I feel like that kind of helps my scenario work.
Diana, how are you? Hold on, Aston.
Again, what he advised the other mother, she says that helped her in her scenario, but that's not what the help that he gave that other single mom, that's not what that was designed to do. Again, she's lucky. She's the outlier. She needs to understand that. I think for some reason, and this is why she's on Kevin's show. Listen, man, I'm just here to tell you, it's not all bad for single moms. And you want to know something? It isn't all bad for single moms, but it is most of the time. Well, you can't, listen, can you always judge a book by its cover? No, you can't always judge a book by its cover, but you can most of the time, right?
Let me get somebody else in here.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I am 43.
All right. So,
by the way, she does look 43, but there are 2 other women that we're going to get to, straight cap on their age. Ain't no way. We'll just have to wait and see.
What do you got for me on this
So
subject?
I agree with you 110%. Being a single mother is ridiculously hard on the dating market.
Oh, wait, what? Is this a woman who is acknowledging that being a single mother on the dating market is actually challenging? I'm listening.
I have 3 kids. I was married for 16 years. Two of the kids are from marriage and they're now adults. And then I also have another child who's a daughter. She is 9 years old. And
she's 43, had a daughter. Okay, so she had a kid at 34. Ooh, wow. Started late.
Like I said, I agree with you 110%. I have to give 110% more than somebody besides my age, but somebody who doesn't have children.
Bingo. That's right. That's right. Again, this is a woman who, and listen, man, like she's not asking for anybody to feel sorry for her. She's not. She's just saying, look, man, I'm an older woman and I have a 9-year-old. I'm a 43-year-old with a 9-year-old daughter. She acknowledges, listen, man, I'm going to have to work a little harder to keep the attention of higher value men than some of these young, pretty girls running around with no kids.
Because children are a liability. And like you said,
woo, children are a liability. Listen, man, listen. Until you be... This woman, listen, I mean, dude, this woman is spitting facts. This woman is spitting facts. And honestly, listen, man, she understands what she's up against, but at least she knows that, right? Dude, almost all the women that come and call Kevin's show, they're delusional. They're delusional. They're 264 pounds. They got 4 kids by 4 different dudes. Talking about, I deserve a high-value man. This is why, listen, this is why you are going to be a spinster. This is why you're going to die alone, because you simply, you lack the requisite self-awareness to understand what your situation really is.
It's my child, not that person's child. And when someone comes in and dates me, you know, like you said, I know I exactly say that. I'm like, I know that me having a child that is not yours,
yep,
you are losing more than gaining anything, you know. And so, you know,
Diana,
like I said,
hold on just a second. Diana, hold on just a second.
This is awesome. Watch this.
Essence.
Essence is the girl on the left who got lucky.
Essence.
Yes.
If you are a woman out there listening to both of you guys speak, whose point of view or advice would you think would be more helpful?
Hers, for sure.
Bingo. For sure.
Sure.
For sure. Right? Of course her advice would be more helpful, for sure. Listen, I'm happy that she's the outlier. But when you point yourself out, when you call a show and you know who the audience is, like you're giving, listen, man, you're giving women false hope. Women, congratulations to her. But once again, giving women false hope. Hey, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. Now that's a negative, sweetheart. That's a negative. What if that one, she had one chance. One chance. The guy who actually wifed her up, that was her one shot. She took advantage of it. Dude, 11 out of 10 times, most women don't get that shot, man. They really don't. The guy owns a health insurance company. Like the dude is doing good.
Right. Yours is, hey, it could work out, but hers is realistic.
Right, absolutely.
And again, this is the difference between most men and women, right? Most men, we understand, and again, Myron Gaines says this all the time, shout out to him and the Fresh and Fit Boys. Men, we live in a fact-based reality, right? Like it or not, we understand that the burden of proof is squarely on our shoulders. We get it, we understand it, fair or unfair, that's how it is, we accept that. Women simply cannot accept that there are going to be some things that are going to be just a little bit more difficult. Women cannot accept that, hey, if I have a kid, that eliminates most, if not all, high-value men. Women simply do not want to accept that. And I would actually tell you this. I think that most of them, I can't imagine that most of them don't already realize that. But you would think so, right? But these women calling in are, well, I deserve this and I deserve that. Sweetheart, no, you don't. I can't imagine I can't imagine Kevin Samuels being the first person to bring that reality right to their doorstep. I can't. And if he is, we're in big trouble. We're all in big trouble. Shout out to Emmett Trill with the $2 super chat. Says, you really do deserve he says, you really deserve a larger audience. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Angelic Storm, $2 super chat, says, I wish I had your videos 20 years ago. Shit, me too. Tell you what, man, I wish I'd found Donovan Sharpe 20 years ago. I'd be in a lot less trouble.
One of the problems today with modern women is you guys have a problem hurting women. I don't want her to hurt her feelings. I don't want her to feel bad.
That's it.
I don't want her to feel. And you need to tell women the truth. Don't do this because it has consequences.
That's right.
Many of which you may not want to pay.
Absolutely.
And I want to point out that I went to college. I have a master's degree. I make really good money. And again, I've
I'm a
listened to your
PhD.
show over and over, and that doesn't matter. So
That doesn't matter. Got a master's degree. I'm educated. I make great money. That doesn't matter. We've been telling women this whole... Listen, man. Listen. Men want women who bring something to the table of value that they don't already have themselves. If you want to go out there and earn, do what you got to do. Like I'm not mad at you. Congratulations for making good money. Congratulations for getting a master's degree. Okay? But high-value men, most high-value men are not looking for an educated woman. Kevin actually says it later on in the video. I think this is why most high-value men stay away from women who are doctors, lawyers, district attorneys, nurses. They stay away from women in those professions because, number one, he knows that they know it masculinizes them. And number two, all these women in all of these high-powered career choices, fields, they end up fucking everybody anyway. They're always fucking the CEOs. They're always trying to fuck their way up the top. I mean, high-value men understand that because they're fucking the women. They're fucking the women that they're going to reject later on. So again, listen, man, I'm educated and I have money. Listen, I'm glad you do. I don't need money. Like, listen, I'm good. Well, I'm smart. Yeah, so am I. What else you got? And listen, man, nobody is saying that we want stupid women, right? Like a lot of women like to use these apex fallacies. Well, they say that our education doesn't matter. What, do you just want stupid bimbos? No, nobody said that. Right? Like, listen, you have to be able to have a conversation. You have to be able to have an intelligent conversation. But I have no interest in a woman who has a PhD. Like, what does that PhD offer me that I can't get myself? Well, she can make good money. Again, sweetheart. Bank account wise, I'm good. What else you got? That's what this comes down to. And the woman on the right, it probably took her a while to figure this out, but she's like, hey, listen, man, it don't matter. Like, she's flat out telling him, hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I want you to know that. So that is 100% true as well.
Appreciate it, ladies. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See, hello?
Hi.
Why was that so hard? Why was it so hard?
I'm not exactly sure.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Hold on. I have to kind of turn you up. You're low to me.
By the way, I cut out the part where she was trying, like, first she couldn't find the volume. She didn't know how to unmute herself. And then he brought her on. She had him playing in the background. It's like, ay. And he kept saying, oh my God, you older women, you got to learn how to use technology.
Okay.
All right. And how old are you?
I'm 38. I'll be 30.
How old are you? I'm 38. Let's rewind that.
Low to me. Okay.
All right. And how old are you?
I'm 38. I'll be 39 in September.
I'm 38. I'll be 39 in September. I'm gonna take a screen cap here. Pun definitely intended. So not only did she lie about her age, she actually thought about it. How old are you? Dude, if somebody asked me, Donovan, how old are you? I'm 43 years old. Like, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to look around the room. Does this woman look 38 years old to you? Does this woman look 38 years old to you? Dude, Devin's 44. This woman looks older than Devin. There is absolutely no way on God's green earth that this woman is no 38 years old. I'm going to tell you what, man. Listen, I am a strong proponent of the black don't crack. The black don't crack proverb. right? Listen, man, it's true. Black really don't crack. I mean, listen, man, I'm 43 years old. I'm going to look like this until I'm 63. I might have a few more grays, but listen, man, and you guys know I struggle with acne. Well, part of that reason is because I have oily skin. Really oily skin. Well, guess what? When your skin is oily, it's moisturized, and moisturized skin looks younger longer. That's the way of it, right? But for this woman to actually believe that we believe that she is 38 years old again, speaks to the solipsistic wannabe gullibleism. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But the bottom line is this is straight cap. Ain't no way. And Charles says, oh, this whole phone call is a bleep show. Dude, buckle up. Buckle up.
You had to think about that one?
So Kevin's like, yeah, all right. Kevin's like, whoa, wait, hold up.
I mean, really? 38, is that? Oh, okay. Single mothers, high value men.
You know what? It's funny. I actually didn't think about this the first time I watched this, but this is why women continue to call into Kevin's show, is because he is, number one, he's always respectful, okay? And number two, you know, he makes them laugh a little bit. One thing about Kevin, man, he is never, ever rude to these women. Even when he told Jessica, you are average at best. He wasn't rude. He just told her like it was. Just because a man isn't nice and sugarcoats something doesn't mean he's being rude. Kevin is not a rude guy. And these women inherently understand, okay, you know what? It's not so scary going on with Kevin, right? The women, if you're a woman and you are scared to call the Kevin Samuel show, number one, it's for one of two reasons. Number one, you know you're coming at him in bad faith, right? And number two, you're not going to be honest. You're just not going to be honest, right? You guys all remember Amanda, everyone's favorite Karen? You guys remember that legendary podcast, Fresh and Fit? It's myself, it's Myron, me, Rolo, Aaron Clary, then the three women, Janina, Amanda, and then I don't even know what the other girl's name is, right? Well, when Myron asked her how old she was, she said 31. Ain't no way Amanda's no 31 years old. Not a chance. Ain't no way this woman is no 38 years old. You know what? I rebuke. Listen. Fuck it, I'm going to say it. I rebuke. She's not 38 years old. I don't give a damn.
In marriage, what do you got?
Well, just about the age thing, sometimes I forget how old I am.
I just forget how old I am. I just wake up and, I wonder how old I am. Sweetheart, you're a woman. Women never forget how old they are. Ever. They never forget how old they are. Ever, ever, ever. They always say never ask a woman her age. Why? Because she doesn't know? Get out of here with that. Shout out to Mark Hermani with the $5 super chat. Says, I didn't know my other mother's age until I got good in maths. That was after high school.
Listening
well,
to
let's
your...
see. Let's check them eggs.
See that? See that?
You got any kids?
I do. She's 2 years old.
So this woman is 49 years old and has a 2-year-old? I guess menopause hasn't hit her yet.
2 years old. How old is your husband?
Uh-oh.
I'm not married.
There we go. How old's your kid? 2 years old. How old is your husband? I'm not married.
How'd you get a 2-year-old?
How do you think, Kevin? The old-fashioned way, right? I love when Kevin asks these questions. How'd you get a 2-year-old?
Not being careful.
What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Condom broke?
What was that?
What does that mean? Condom broke? The condom break?
Oh, did the condom break?
Yes?
No. No.
Didn't?
Fuck
No.
this shit, I'm
He ran
out.
out.
He did what?
This bitch, did she really?
He ran out.
He ran out.
Right. So she has a 2-year-old because he ran out of condoms. Listen, man, we got guys out here smashing plus-size girls. Now we got them out here smashing and putting babies in senior citizens. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
You ran out of condoms.
Yes.
Plan B was not effective?
I I didn't realize
what happened.
Okay, well that's fine. So you're 36 years
I
old
didn't
with a
realize.
2-year-old. I mean, 38
Uh-oh.
No,
years old.
I'm 30.
38-year-old.
Okay. All right, listen, you know what? I'm just going to keep the interview going, and I'll work on this camera thing, so we'll just keep listening.
That's why I say you're 38 years old with a 2-year-old. So that means by the time your child graduates high school, you'll be 54 years old.
Actually, Kevin's math is a little bit off. It's a little bit off. Listen, no disrespect to the Godfather himself, but that woman will be every bit of 75 years old when her daughter graduates from high school. That's just all there is to it. I don't believe for one second that this woman is 38 years old. Don't buy it.
Yes.
All right. So do you want to get married one day?
So I actually had this discussion with my mom last night.
That's a yes or no. Okay, see, again, that's a yes or no question. I don't think the inability to just, okay, I think I figured it out. I don't think the inability to answer yes or no questions is a flaw. I don't want to treat this as there we are. I don't want to treat this as an indictment on the female species, right? But females, for whatever reason, and listen, I mean, I'll have to actually talk to Kevin about this. He probably knows more about this than I do. But women are utterly incapable of just, do you want to get married? Well, that's a yes or no question, sweetie. Yes, I did find the light switch. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
And
fuck this shit, I'm out. I got to get that sound effect.
I said to her, you raised us, and I have two
I need
older
an answer
siblings.
before the story.
There you go.
No.
I need an answer before the story.
Give me an answer.
You can
What
tell
are we
your
doing?
story, but I need an answer first. Do you want to get married one day?
I'm not sure.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious? This woman is 52 years old with a 2-year-old daughter, and she's not sure if she wants to get married or not? Like, what? Like, I'm not sure. What's the plan at this age? You have a 2-year-old. You have a 2-year-old. How can you not be sure whether or not you want to get married? Listen, at this point, at 54 years old, listen, she's a 58-year-old single mother, right? I think we all know that, listen, even low-value men they're not gonna put a ring on that, right? But for a woman her age, it was just like the young girl yesterday. She was 28, 29 years old, the Filipino girl, right? And Kevin asked her, well, do you want to have kids? She's like, not really, not right now. Sweetheart, you're going to be premenopause in a little over a half a decade. It's time to get to getting. Nope, they think they have all the time in the world until, of course, they don't.
Okay. The bottom 91% of black women earn $75,000 or less annually. Are you in the 91% or are you in the 9%?
I'm in the 9%.
Okay. So she makes great money. You know what? It's so funny. Older single mothers, regardless of race, really, one thing they all have in common is that they all make great money.
Okay.
Listen, black women are the most educated demographic in the United States, so I guess that stands to reason.
Do you make more than 85?
Yes.
All right. Now, adjusting for a child, you're going to have to, as long as you can pay for your retirement from 65 to 85.
There we go. Listen, if she makes good money, listen. What is she now? What, 6-7 years from retirement? As long as the money she makes can take care of her from 65 to 85, possibly even 90, then I guess she's good to go, right?
That's fine.
Yeah, Tricky Trini says she's not sure because she thinks that because she has a good income, property, and bleep means that she doesn't need a man. Yeah, there we go.
That's the real question. So if you don't marry, it comes down to math. But a child is going to average, $250,000 out of your nest egg over the 18 years.
Wait, did he?
But a child is going to average, $250,000 out of your nest egg.
Oh my God. Does it really cost that much to raise kids? $250,000. Jesus Christ.
Over the 18.
Listen, $250,000, right? I wonder what that number is if you actually want to be a good parent. Jesus.
Years.
Yes.
Okay. Will you be financially solvent? Will you be financially stable after your child?
Yes,
For
I've been
retirement?
working. Yeah, I've been working
Okay.
with a financial planner since about the age of 23.
Oh, wow. Okay. So she had the foresight. She had the foresight at 23 years old to say, hey, listen, man, I'm making good money. It's time to plan. It's time to financially plan.
Okay.
So I even planned for a child before I had one.
Okay. So you got the math together,
Right.
which is admirable. Most women don't. But then the
No, they
question is,
Hell, most men don't.
if you're savvy
At that
enough
age.
to do that,
Oh, here we go.
it begs the question, why choose to do that instead of doing the work that it takes to make yourself a fit for a husband?
So I don't know what that means. And
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? I don't know what that means. Sweetheart, you're 59 years old, man. Why don't you know what that means? Are you kidding me? She's going to claim ignorance?
this is what
Oh, and Tricky Trini says, and that's not adjusting for big cities like, dude, NYC and LA, right? Right? Listen, man, hey, listen. Obviously, here in the 21st century, it would be very unwise for a man to have a child with an American woman in America. It's a bad bet. However, if you are a glutton for punishment and or you have a bit of risk, listen, I'm as risk tolerant as they come, guys. I am as risk tolerant as they come. I've taken a lot of risks with a lot of things. Most of them have been unintelligent risks, stupid risks, and they have cost me, right? The one risk I never took was protecting my seed. That's the one, dude, no, sir. No, sir. That was what my keynote speech was about at the CME. And I've said this before, I have made every conceivable mistake known to man, but I am still where I am because I don't have children, at least none that I know of. I'm not paying child support. Once you get in that child support mill, there ain't no getting out. Hashtag dick discipline, gentlemen. Exercise it. Use it.
the story comes in. I spoke with my mom yesterday about this.
Here we go.
She was a single parent. And I said, Mom, you raised us to be independent, but you didn't necessarily raise us to be a wife. You know, why is that? Why was that left out? And she said a lot of times she learned or she realized that parents kind of force their views on their children, and then their children end up miserable. So she said, when you got of age, I let you make that decision as to whether or not you want to be married.
That made absolutely no sense whatsoever. That made 0 sense. And you want to know who knows? Kevin knows. But once again, hashtag Kevin didn't say it, so I will. And again, Kevin never misses anything, right? And again, he's very, very smart not to just pick them apart on every little thing they say. That's why I could never do this. I'd be stopping. Listen, you guys saw, again, that legendary Fresh and Fit podcast. Dude, go back and watch that. It's Janina, it's the Silver Sable, and then the other girl with the tattoos on her or whatever. It's funny because it really pissed off Fresh's audience, or it really pissed off the Fresh and Fit audience, because they're like, dude, like, why do you keep interrupting them? Like, what the hell? Like, dude, let them talk. Nah, The reason why I could not let them talk is because I'm not the kind of guy that can just let a woman bullshit me, right? I don't let men or women bullshit me. If I hear something and I know it's bullshit, I'm not gonna let them get it. I'm like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. What was that you said, right? That's why that was like the first half an hour of the Fresh and Fit podcast. At that point, it was just me jousting with all three girls. Anyway, this is why Kevin is good at this, and this is why I'd be bad at it, because Kevin knows what she just said didn't make any sense. So let me get this straight. Your mother didn't teach you how to be a wife and decided to leave the most important decision of your life to someone who clearly wasn't old enough or wise enough to make that decision based on her not teaching you. She wanted you to learn how to be a wife based on her teaching you not to be a wife. So let me teach you to be a wife and then leave that up to you. That makes zero sense whatsoever. Yeah, Devin in the chat on the Sharps or on the YouTube side says that's bad parenting. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It sounds like lazy parenting. Honestly, man, there are a lot of bad parents in the world, but I think most bad parenting just is born out of laziness. Like parents, listen, man, listen. This is why I'm glad I don't have kids, because I might be a lazy parent. It has to be a 24/7 job. No, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, even if I want to be married, I don't know what that means and what that entails.
Are you kidding me? Sweetheart, again, this woman is 62 years old. This woman is 3 years from retirement, and she wants us to believe that she didn't really know what that entailed.
And, my mom was actually married and divorced 3 times.
Whoa! I'm sorry. Did she say that her mother was married and divorced 3 times? Her mother was married and divorced 3 times. Well, that explains an awful lot.
So I said, well, Mom, you were out looking for a husband at least. Hold
on. Cass, I see you in the green room on eCam. But see, if your mother was married and divorced 3 times, whether she taught you to effectively how to be a wife, she showed that she at least wanted to be married.
There you go.
Whether she was effective at it or not. But did you go to college?
Yes.
You have a master's or a PhD?
I'm a PhD. I rebuke.
You have a master's?
I have a bachelor's, but okay. I did 2 more years to,
I'm a PhD.
and I'm a physician assistant.
I swear to God, dude, Kevin is always on point. Dude, his soundboard game is on point.
Okay, so my point is, ma'am, you're not an unintelligent woman.
Right. There you go.
You work as a physician's assistant, and I will consider that probably half or more of your non-black female colleagues are wives.
Uh-oh. Are they?
Including the black ones.
Well, if that's the case, ma'am, at 18 years old, it was your job to figure this out. Your mother's job stopped at 18. So to hold her responsible or to ask her this question in your mid-30s is half your life too late.
We always say here, and Cold Steel on the YouTube side says her mother didn't want to force her views on her because she still has the mentality of a child herself. She saw herself and her daughter as on the same level. Yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, man, we know that women are notorious for passing the buck. They never take the blame. They don't hold themselves accountable for anything. They really don't. It doesn't matter if something is directly their fault. It is always somebody else's fault. Always somebody else's fault. I made a lot of mistakes in my life, right? And while I can acknowledge that my upbringing played a small factor in some of my proclivity, some of my habits that led to those bad decisions, guess what? That was my decision to knock the guy out in the parking lot. That was my decision to hit someone over the head with a beer bottle that didn't break, right? It was my decision to make bad decisions. So when they arrest me, I can't say, hey, you know what, officer? Well, listen, man, like my mom and dad, they were separated twice. Then they finally got divorced after my mom cheated on my dad all the time. She had a couple of Noit Robas spelled backwards. And then she left us to, go be with some crackhead. And she tried to be this conquering hero. Like, I'm all screwed up. Guess what? They're still going to charge me with whatever crime I committed. Well, this woman is acting like, well, it wasn't my fault that I waited until 64 years old to now try to find a husband, right? She actually said, well, I'm not sure. No, this woman is sure. She knows she wants to be married. But what she's trying to do here with Kevin is she's trying to convince him that, listen, had I been given the right guidance, then maybe I would have been married a little bit younger. No, Listen, and even still, let's just say for the sake of argument that her mother actually trained her to be a single mother. Do not get married, have a child, and don't get married. Even if her mother actually did that. High value men don't care. We don't care why you're a single mom. We don't care how you became a single mom. We don't care about extenuating circumstances. We care that you're a single mother, right? Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, if you married a cop and he died in the line of duty, if you married a firefighter and he died saving a baby from a burning building, hey, listen, man, my heart goes out to you. Your husband, your deceased husband was a good man. Still a single mom. Still not interested. Listen, women have the same mentality when it comes to men. Women don't care. Women don't care about how you got there. They care that you got there. Women do not care. Women do not care if you made your millions on the stock market or your millions in the drug trade. Doesn't matter. It's all the same to them. It's all the same to them. They don't care how you got there. They just care that you're there, right? Guys, we don't care how a woman achieved that physique. We care that she has that physique, right? If a woman who is overweight tries to approach a guy and he doesn't reciprocate, she can't say, well, listen, man, like, I know you don't like plus size girls, but the reason I'm like this is because I have a gene that literally makes it impossible for me to lose weight. Even if what she said was 100% true, that's not going to automatically make me attracted to you. Oh, this is a severe genetic, once in a generation type genetic defect. You know what? All of a sudden I'm turned on by you. That's what this one is trying to do. This woman is actually trying to sell us on the idea. And again, even if what she says is 100% true, even if what she says is 100% true, even if her mother trained her, brainwashed her into becoming a single mother, have a kid, don't get married, that's not all of a sudden going to make a man of value. Say, oh, well, because your mother brainwashed you, you didn't know. All of a sudden, now I am attracted to you. Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
But I never considered being married until now.
But you have a baby.
Well, that's what made me consider it. Now I realize that, geez, life is kind of hard to go through it.
Geez. Whenever someone says that they thought to themselves, geez, it's always cap. Well, I thought to myself, geez, I meant, no. What she's looking for, she wants Kevin to excuse her bad decision. That's what she's looking for. She's separating herself from accountability. It's my mom's fault. So, Kevin, all right, she wants Kevin Samuels to say, all right, listen, your mom brainwashed you. It's not your fault you are where you are. Okay, I give you the blessing.
I don't understand that. I don't see, this is what I don't understand. You ladies are the most educated, freest of any group of women. And women, my grandmother's generation with fourth grade educations knew to get married before reproducing.
There you go.
Because it's
marry before you carry.
Hard to raise one child. And you cannot tell me that you did not know that. I refuse to accept that you were ignorant.
Kevin, I rebuke Kevin.
I can't accept that, man.
Okay. I mean, you may not accept it, but
what state do you live in?
New York.
What, you may not accept it, but it's my truth, is what she's about to say. Guys, we have 1,000 people watching. Let us please get the engagement up over 50%. Get the engagement up over 50%. This means that I have to have a combination of likes and dislikes that equals half of my current viewers. Emmett Trill sent that $2 super chat a while back and says, you really deserve a larger audience. Maybe I do. And if you feel like I deserve a larger audience, guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you want my channel to grow, if you want my brand to continue to grow, I'm not asking for money. Listen, man. Listen. And listen, there's no love lost between myself and O'Shea, but O'Shea used to crack me up on the air. He says Jesus paid it all, and likes are free. Let's keep the engagement up over 50%. I don't have an ear splitting musical track that Kevin likes to play. People actually started liking it, I think, so he had to change it. But yeah, let's keep the engagement up over 50%. Let's continue.
New York City?
Yeah, I live in Queens.
Okay, congratulations. You needed a king, though.
Kevin's got jokes. Yo, Kevin's got jokes. He didn't even break character. He said, congratulations, you needed a king, though. Right? Listen, even she has to keep it 100 and say, all right, Kevin. All right, Kev. Okay, all right. Touche, Mr. Samuels. Touche. Oh, wow, already up at 506 likes. Appreciate that. Hopefully I will need 50 more here.
Did you go to public school?
No, my mom sent me to private school my entire life.
Dude, this bitch had every conceivable advantage known to man. Her mother sent her to private school. She's got a bachelor's degree. How can a woman like this be dumb enough to willingly become a single mother at 63 years old? This woman is retirement age and has a 2-year-old. Incredible.
Okay, was there tuition that needed to be paid?
Yes.
All right, so private school was, for most people, a step up from public school.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. In public school, you learn health.
There you go.
Science. You learn basic reproduction. You learn these things, ma'am. See, the way you ladies tell the story is because no one sat me down and taught me how to be Betty Crocker. Then I walked out here in the world and didn't know. But you grew up in popular culture where you saw a husband,
there you go. That's it.
A wife, children,
there you go.
House, picket fence, everything else.
Right.
You know that exists. And you've gone from 18 to almost 40.
70, Kevin. 70.
And you're saying that until I physically had a baby, it never dawned on me to be a wife.
Insane. As if to imply that she was raised in a vacuum, that she was not exposed to anything else, right? Listen, she was smart enough to have a financial advisor at the age of 23. And Kevin already pointed out and made her acknowledge, hey, listen, man, like most of your colleagues who are the same sex as you got the ring. Got the ring. But you didn't know that that's what you were supposed to do. Give me a break.
How is that possible?
Trick question, Kevin. It's not. You see, and again, this is the funny thing. Kevin, listen, all Kevin would have to say to this woman is, listen, you made bad decisions and you're not taking accountability, right? But Kevin only really tells them about themselves at the end when they continue to try to dance around it, right? Right? Kevin very, very rarely has to tell women the truth about themselves because they come to that conclusion on their own, right on the air, live and in living color. He almost never has to tell women that they're average at best, right? But when you get someone who is delusional, is trying to win an argument against Kevin by coming at this in bad faith or pointing out the outliers, the exceptions to the rule, at some point Kevin's got to be like, okay, bitch, check it out. Check it out. You are 66 years old. You've got a 2-year-old, right? There is no way you can tell me that you didn't know that getting married was the right thing to do for someone like you. I'm not trying to hear that.
Well, because on top of that, in watching your content,
mm-hmm.
I realized I never knew the value of a man.
Oh my
because
God. Oh my God.
Growing up, I was raised by my mom, my aunt.
You never knew the value of a man.
What about her 3 husbands, boo? Huh? What about her 3 husbands?
Okay, maybe not a man in the house, but when was your last relationship before your child's father?
This is funny, man. So now she wants us to believe that she made bad. And again, that's what this is. This woman is making excuses for her station in life. She is a single mother, senior citizen. Not a good combination to be. My mom never taught me, never saw it. Again, this woman is a victim of her bad decisions, and she's not owning up to it. She's not.
It was 8 months before that.
How long was that relationship?
8 months.
What's your longest relationship as an adult?
A year.
Okay, then you're socially awkward. There we go. Socially awkward.
Now, here's the thing. I don't disagree with Kevin because Kevin understands a lot more about psychology than I do, right? I don't know. And again, I'm not an expert, but I don't pick up any, well, I don't know. I don't pick up the kind of social awkwardness that would be responsible for not having a relationship for an entire year, right? But I will say this. Her longest relationship at her age, at her advanced age, her longest relationship being 1 year, to me means one thing and one thing only. This woman was a hoe. That's what this is. That's what this is, man. This woman was a hoe. End of discussion, man. End of discussion. Listen, man, she got out of college at 22, got a job as a physician's assistant. She jumped on the sausage merry-go-round, rode that for 50 years, and now she's got a 2-year-old, right? Now she's got a 2-year-old. And then she wants us to think that she never understood the value of a man. Listen, if your longest relationship is a year, dude, ladies, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. If your longest relationship was a year, you're a hoe.
Let me just say that I went to only private Christian schools.
Do you hear her continuing to make excuses for her bad decisions? You're socially awkward. I went to Catholic Christian school.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I didn't hear about condoms until I was in my 40s. What was I supposed to do?
I grew up Christian, but ma'am, you're social. My point is still a year relationship, and this is why I say guys tend to avoid, high value men tend to avoid women who are in law, medicine, nursing.
There it is.
Because you've been able to live and earn enough money to where you've been shielded from the realities of needing to couple. I get it. This has been an interesting story, but still, ma'am, you're an educated woman. And you had to, I don't care where you grew up, you were around enough women who you saw had husbands. And you should have done your homework. This was on you to learn. Even if your mother dropped the ball, she tried 3 times and failed. After 18, and if you say over half of the women you work with got husbands.
I am 29.
Charles Merchant, shout out to him, says, I think KS was dead on. He says, I work with a few of these too smart for their own good and lonely women. That's exactly right. This is a very short interview here, so let's watch.
You're how old?
And there's a big time delay with her speech.
29.
29. Okay, what do you got for me on the topic?
I actually was just curious. I had a question for you. I am not in the position of being a single mother, but I wanted to ask you, what would a high value man be looking for exactly? What would they, because you're talking about what does, the single woman bring to the table? With the child, of course, in tow.
Okay.
Okay. So this woman wants to know what high value men are looking for. I can tell you right now with confidence, not you. Not you. And I think we all know why. I think we all know why. We can look at the screen. And we can clearly see why she absolutely does not qualify for a high value man. We can look at the screen and we can see why. Listen, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to lose my channel. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. It is very obvious. why she does not qualify for a high value man. And so now that begs the question, why is she pretending to be ignorant about what high value men want? Listen, man, high value men want all kinds of things. But guess what? In order to qualify, it begins and ends with being healthy. Does this particular woman look healthy to you? I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say no. This woman does not look healthy to me. That gets you in the door. And so for this woman to come on and ask Kevin, what are high value men looking for? Sweetheart, if you have to ask, then maybe you shouldn't be after high value men. Maybe that's not something you're ready for yet. Oh, hang on.
What would a high value man be looking for?
Why? You don't have a child, right?
It's just, I want to understand.
Why?
I do have a child.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Didn't she say earlier that she wasn't in the position of a single mother, but now she has a child? Secondly, who put a baby in that? Who put a baby in her, man? Right? Listen, man. Listen. A lot of you guys, listen, man. I'm gonna try to be careful here. I'm gonna try to be careful here because I don't want to ruffle YouTube's feathers, right? I don't want to be mean-spirited here. Oh crap, I got to do this again. I don't want to be mean-spirited here, but here are the facts. Here are the facts, guys. Guys are always complaining about the fact that most women, most females in the United States of America, most women carry a little more body weight than they should, right? Most women weigh more than they should. There's a fair amount that weigh a lot more than they should. And guys are always complaining, why don't women get into shape? You want to know why they're not getting into shape? It's because we're not requiring them to get into shape. Well, what do you mean, Donovan? I would say look at your screen, but that would defeat the purpose as we can't see it right now. Right? Why is it? Oh, there we are. Why is it? Why is it that women are not in as good a shape as they should be in? There's your answer right there. There's your answer right there. Because men are making women like her mothers. That's why. They don't have the motivation. Women are not going to have the motivation to do what they need to do to become healthy if they're still getting action on the side, right? So much so that this woman is talking to the godfather of high value, asking him, what exactly are high value men looking for? As if to say she might actually try to pursue one. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You can't make this stuff up.
But are you looking for a high value man?
Not necessarily. It's
not necessarily. Guys, I always say, if the answer is anything but affirmative or negative, it is actually the opposite. Have you ever cheated on your boyfriend? Well, not really. The answer is yes. Are you looking for a high value man? Not necessarily. Yes, that's the answer. The answer is yes.
mostly just a curiosity.
Oh, really? And why are you curious? Huh? Why are you curious? That would be me. That would be like me calling into Kevin's show. Hey, Kevin. You know, hey, I'm thinking about maybe playing for the other team. Or out of curiosity, Kevin, am I weird if I think about playing for the other team? No, listen, I'm not saying I want to play for the other team. I'm just curious of the mindset of a guy who wants to play for the other team and become extremely happy. No, that guy wants to play for the other team. Right? She's trying to make it look like, oh, listen, man, I'm not looking for a high value man, but out of curiosity, right? So there's a little bit of self-awareness in there with this woman. right? Because she knows she'd get laughed. She'd get laughed off the show if she actually told Kevin, I want a high value man. So I think she's a little more self-aware than we're giving her credit for.
Okay, I got plenty of videos.
I just wanted to understand.
I got plenty of
What is there to understand? I just want to understand what high value men want. Is this woman serious?
videos on the topic. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about a subject tonight. So
Okay.
have you go back to my catalog, go look at the videos. But if you're not going to talk about the topic, I got to move on because people could call and ask me anything. What is a high value? Unless you want one, what does it matter?
Right. Well, that's just it, Kevin. She wants one. She's just afraid to tell you. Because if she told you, that clip might actually go viral.
That's really what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm. See, again, this again, it's the same thing. This is why Kevin is brilliant. He doesn't have to point out the obvious. He doesn't have to point out the obvious, like every little thing. He doesn't have to say, well, wait a minute. You don't look like the kind of woman that could qualify for high value man. Like he could have said that, but no. See, this is why women call his show, because he let her off easy, right? He knows she's looking for a high value guy. And she knows damn well not to tell him she's looking for a high value guy. So he allowed her to think that she was just curious. Kevin, he took the high road. Listen, why do you need to know what high value men want if you're not looking for one? Dude, he could have filleted this broad. But he didn't. Me? I'd have got kicked off of YouTube.
So if you're just looking for information,
Fair point. I understand.
All right, have a good night.
Lord Sinister, with the $5 super chat, says it's improbable but not impossible. You shouldn't rely on it, though. Absolutely. Yeah, Charles Merchant says she asked for intel on a man she doesn't want. Right. Exactly. Listen, it's not like I'm interested in her, but does Sandy have a boyfriend? I mean, I'm not interested. I mean, I'm not after. I'm just curious. Does she have a boyfriend? Is she fucking anybody?
How old are you?
31.
Thank you. So, single mothers, high value men, in marriage. What do you got?
What you got for me?
So my question was that I'm not, like, I know, my SMV, and I'm not opposed to dating, in that category. I was just wondering, is there like a difference between settling and knowing, your value? So
Okay.
I have an example.
Okay.
I was talking to a guy recently.
Translation, I was fucking a guy recently. Women can never just say, hey, listen, man, I was sleeping with this guy for a while, right? When when a woman is not married, and my sister even does this, right? My sister, like, when I'll ask her about whatever guy she's, banging, hey, what's up with Marcus? Yeah, we're talking. And I'll tell her straight up, you mean you're fucking? And she's like, Donovan, stop it. I'm like, look, I'm your brother. Keep it real. Listen, I love you. I'm not going to judge you. It is what it is. Women cannot, if a woman is not married to or has the commitment of a man, but she's fucking him, she can't say, well, we're fuck buddies. We're in a situationship. No, we're talking. No, you're fucking and talking.
And he's got 3 children, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that.
3 children. Okay.
Um,
I'm assuming she doesn't have any children.
But like the way he would talk to me, like basically he called me the N-word. And he
Whoa. Hold on.
Yeah, see, very good on Kevin to put that to a halt.
Hold on. 3 children?
Mm-hmm.
And he's been married?
No.
How many mothers?
I think 2.
3 children, 2 mothers. Go on.
What does he do for a living?
He works for the military as a contractor.
Oh.
Why are you talking to him?
I'll tell you why, Kevin. I'll tell you why. Not that I need to tell Kevin this. Why is she talking to this guy? Why is she talking to this guy? Because he has options. That's why. Well, how do you know he has options, Donovan? He has 3 children by at least 2 different women. The dude probably looks good. He probably has some game. The dude has options, right? And the reason why she is putting up with his Ivisuba spelled backwards behavior is because he has more options than she does. Listen, man, honestly, this dude is probably 6'2". He works for the military as a contractor, which means he's probably in really good shape. And at least 2 women allowed him to smash them enough without a condom to put a baby in them. Yeah. Pre-selection, Kevin. That's why she's talking to him. The guy's attractive. That's why she's talking to him.
My friend introduced me to him.
Why are you talking to him? My friend introduced me to him, as if to say she forced you to go out with this guy, right?
Okay. But why?
Yes, there we go. Right.
Why did she
No,
introduce
why
me?
are you?
I stopped talking to him. I just wanted to know if...
I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think she's still fucking him. I think she is. What she is trying to make us think is, listen, Kevin, I broke up with him, but is that just me being too picky, or do I need to look for, do I need to stay with this guy? She's looking for Kevin to give her permission to continue to pursue this Chad, or I would assume the Tyrone, right? That's all this is. Listen, sweetheart, listen. You're smitten by an attractive guy. Happens to everyone. Happens to everybody, right? This dude has got at least 2 baby mamas, 3 kids. There's pre-selection. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you something else. When a man has the attention and is in the presence of a beautiful woman, that is powerful pre-selection. Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you what also counts as pre-selection. Children. Children are verification of pre-selection. If a woman or women, in this case, allowed you to smash unprotected, no condom, enough to put a baby, because listen, there's only a few times during the month a woman can get pregnant. A woman can't get pregnant 365 days a year. There are times in her cycle where it is virtually impossible for her to become pregnant. So if you impregnate a woman, you have fucked her a lot. This is how this is, right? But children, actual physical children, that is the physical manifestation of the ultimate form of pre-selection. This woman thought you were so attractive, she allowed you to smash her raw enough to put a baby in her. That's what it is. She fell for an attractive guy. He treats her like he treats her like dog shit because, well, he's got more options than she does. End of story.
That was me being
Okay.
picky, or...
Yeah. She's looking for permission to get back with him.
We teach people how to treat us. Someone disrespects you, like, you don't accept that. That's not a matter of SNV or anything.
Right.
Real talk.
All right, let me go back to Danielle.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Gentlemen, this is the main event. Are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble. This is the coup de grace. Buckle up.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah, 3 kids? Yeah, gone. Leave that alone. All right, Danielle. Let's see if we can get this. And Alicia, you're still going to be up next.
Unmute. Can you hear me now?
I can now. How are you?
Okay. I'm good. Thank you.
Good. How old are you?
I'm 47.
All right.
$47, you say. 47, huh? 47. Does anybody else see anything wrong with her assessment of her age? This woman is every bit of 58 years old. This woman, honestly, She's probably in her 60s. This woman has the audacity to take a decade and a half off of her real age. 47? No, sweetie. You're 62. You're 62. Listen, man. Every once in a while, you will meet a black woman who looks older than she really is. Right? You guys remember H is the letter H, Helena, a.k.a. Dalsim, Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame. Right? She looked every bit of 43 years old. I didn't believe that she was 27. Guess what? This bitch actually doxed herself and put her passport on YouTube for all the world to see to prove to me that she was indeed 27-year-old. I said, well, I'll be damned. Color me wrong on that, right? That is the statistical anomaly. That is the statistical anomaly. This woman, there is absolutely no way this woman is this woman is 47 years old. The woman on the left said she's 47. The woman on the right said she's 38. No, the woman on the right is actually the age that the woman on the left claims that she is. Guys. These two women are a combined 128 years old, guys. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. 47 years old. Ay. All right, well, let's continue.
What do you got for me?
Did you hear that? Listen to the hesitation with Kevin. Listen.
And now,
this is funny. This is why Kevin is where he is. Kevin is where he is because he has the discipline not to call a woman out on all of her bullshit. I ain't got that kind of discipline. I just don't. I don't. Listen, man. Kevin can be, and again, when you guys watch him, you guys are going to be able to watch him with a different lens now, because Kevin doesn't miss anything. He doesn't miss anything. He knew damn well that other lady wasn't 38 years old. He wasn't about to get in the weeds on that. All right, she's lying about her age, whatever. Let's carry on. This woman is clearly lying about the fact that she is 47 years old. And Kevin is always very, very good at not letting on that he doesn't believe somebody, right? But he cracked Kevin cracked a little bit. Listen.
how are you?
Okay.
Watch. Just listen to the hesitation after she tells him his age. Watch.
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. How old are you?
I'm 47.
Watch.
All right.
All right. Yo, Kevin knew that. Dude, Kevin knew that woman was lying. He said, you know what? Never mind. Just like the last woman, let's just get on with it. There's no need to get lost in the weeds. And Kevin is very good. And again, this is a talent that I wish I had. This is why I don't do a lot of freestyle stuff. I'm always talking about videos or articles because it keeps me on point, right? Kevin takes these, this is live bullets, rapid fire. He's undefeated, and he never knows. Dude, it's like Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Kevin always manages to stay on topic. Me, I've got freaking YouTube ADD. Dude, I'll be talking about Piston Honda one second, and then athletic gerbils like Clyde the next. All lost in the weeds. Nope. Kevin is rock steady. 47? Bullshit. Okay. Listen, no need to get lost in the weeds on that. Let's continue.
What do you got for me?
So, yeah, I wanted to know. I'm 47. I've been married, but I'm divorced. I have a 15-year-old son, and I want a high-value man.
Wait a minute. Now, we were all making fun. Listen.
So, yeah, I wanted to know. I'm 47. I've been married, but I'm divorced. I have a 15-year-old son, and I want a high-value man.
So she's been married and divorced. Has a 15-year-old son. Honestly, I didn't know women in their late 50s could give birth, but hey, it is what it is. And I want a high-value man, she says.
Why?
It's so funny. Dude, Kevin has ice water running through his veins. He really does. But every once in a while, man, He meets a woman who is so delusional, even he can't cover up his incredulous. Wait a minute. You want to? Why? Like, why?
Oh, that's a great question.
All right.
Is.
The why is first. I hope you don't eat me for this, but
Okay, all right. Well, let's. And again, Kevin is, dude. He has such discipline with these broads. Listen, this is why I watch this guy. Obviously, he gives good information, but dude, it's just. I couldn't do what he does. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Honestly, I'd have got kicked off YouTube arguing with this woman about her real age. There was no way. There was no way on God's green earth that I would ever let a woman who looks like this. Hold up. There is no way on God's green earth that I would never let a woman who looks like this get away with telling me she's 47. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And this is why Kevin Samuels has over 1 million subscribers, and I do not.
I feel like I deserve it.
I feel like you deserve it.
I feel worthy.
You feel worthy?
Huh, that's nice.
Uh-huh.
What makes you deserve somebody else's money?
This is so funny. This is why Kevin is so good at what he does, guys. Again, he never tells them about themselves. He allows them to come to their own conclusions. Kevin, again, like I said this earlier, Kevin almost never has to tell women the uncomfortable truths about themselves. They usually just draw it out of them. He usually just draws it out of them. This is one of those rare cases where he actually has to let her know.
It's more about his energy. And so.
Oh my God.
What?
Wait a minute. The question was, what makes you deserve a man's money? Well, it's really more about his energy. So, the reason why she said energy is because she knows she doesn't deserve a man's money. That's all that is, man. Come on.
I think.
It's more about it's more about an energy.
Energy.
No, excuse me, man. Hold on, man. We don't pay mortgages and credit card bills.
Real talk.
Energetically.
Nope.
We pay those out of money market accounts.
Cold hard cash.
Checking accounts.
Yes, sir.
Hard currency.
Yep.
Don't give me energy.
Okay.
Give me reality.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
The fake humility. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. You know what? It's funny. Now that I'm watching this again, this woman is not as delusional as she appears to be. She clearly did this to gain followers, clout, whatever. Because I can't imagine a woman this delusional. I can't imagine a woman this age being this delusional.
So the question was, why am I deserving of his money?
That's what he asked.
Yeah, at 47 years old.
Ooh.
Do you see Kevin? See again. Kevin understands that this woman is just trying to seek attention, or that she might actually be delusional. Either way, Kevin knows he's got to carry her, right? He knows he's got to carry her. All right. This woman is coming at this in bad faith. So, listen, he actually said, listen, I'm going to get something out of this. Let's talk to her.
That's such a good question.
1,300 people watching. Let's get 25 more likes. Wait a minute. No, 1,300 people watching. We are way over 50% engagement. Awesome. 1,300 people watching, guys. Get the likes up. If you don't like the show, please be sure to give me a thumbs down.
No, isn't it?
Yes.
You see how sarcastic?
You go to college?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Did you go to graduate school?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Masters? PhD?
I'm a PhD.
Which
Working
one?
on PhD right now.
I'm a PhD.
Right, and your ex-husband did what?
You know?
See, even she laughed.
Oh gosh, my
Yeah.
ex was
Yeah.
he was a
You know why Kevin's acting like this? Because he knows this chick ain't. Well, I don't know. I don't think Kevin is probably thinking to himself, "There's no way this woman who says she's 47, who's probably closer to 77, there's no way that she deserves a high value man."
Yeah.
junkyard.
Pizza delivery? Huh? Yeah. Isn't that something? So now you expect at almost half 100 to just get a high value man after dating Fred Sanford.
Wow. We're really dating ourselves now. But he said Fred Sanford, and she look. Hold up. Hold up. Guys, this is extremely, extremely important. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second, because this is poignant. This is absolutely poignant. Stay with me here, guys. Stay with me, because this is gonna be funny. Okay, I'm looking for. I'm gonna try to bring up the internet here. There it is. There it is. And of course, you guys can see that I am working on the Book of Womanese, Volume 3. That should be out. That should be out this weekend. But at any rate, let's take a look at something. Let's take a look at something. So he said, and again, stay with me. Just listen to this.
He was a
Yeah.
junkyard.
Teacher delivery. Yeah. Isn't that something?
God, I said son.
Yeah.
So now you expect at almost half 100 to just get a high value man after dating Fred Sanford.
Right? She thought that was funny as hell, didn't she? Let's read who Fred Sanford is. Fred Sanford is, of course, Red Fox. Red Fox comedian, etc., etc. Red Fox, when did Red Fox die? Oh, Red Fox died in October of 1991, was born in 1922. Born in 1922. But she's 47. This woman, not her. You mean to tell me this woman is only 4 years older than me? No, I don't think so.
I rebuke.
Have you ever heard of World Star Hip Hop?
Yes.
You have?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
Have you ever heard of World Star Hip Hop?
No.
You have?
Oh boy, more capping. Have you ever heard of World Star Hip Hop? No?
No.
Well, you will.
Okay, check this out. I am self-aware enough to understand who and what I am. Right. A lot of people, even some of my fans, would say, hey, Donovan, you really don't have the nigga card. Like, me and my family, we play this game every Thanksgiving called Black Card Revoked. It is an awesome card game for black families. It's called Black Card Revoked. Basically, if you can't answer the questions, right, then you get your black card revoked. It's a barrel of laughs because, of course, the family I come from, military family, all this other kind of stuff, right? If I know what World Star Hip Hop is, she better. Dude, if a guy like me knows what World Star Hip Hop is, you know she does. Like, is this woman gonna lie the entire time? Again, Kevin is always respectful, and he always keeps his cool as long as women don't lie to him and or they do not come onto the show in bad faith. Just be honest. Call and have a conversation in good faith, and we're good. Kevin keeps his cool 10 times out of 10. But she wants us to think that she has no idea what World Star Hip Hop is. Let me take about 10 seconds to answer super chats. Adban 209 $20. Appreciate that. I said it's good to see you back doing your thing here. Also, was good seeing you at the CME. Very good, man. Thank you. Shozan Hanma $2 says for the Temptation Island collection plate. Yo, it's about to go down. It is about to go down on Temptation frickin' Island. Deuce Zod with the $1 super sticker? The $1 super sticker? The $1 super sticker from Deuce Zod. $10 super chat. from our future MD. Oh, very good. Guess you're looking to be a medical doctor. Says 10 for the collection plate. Appreciate that very much. I appreciate all of your support, guys. All of your support, guys. Please like the video. Please like the video. And if you like my content, subscribe. If you really like my content, subscribe every 30 to 45 days. Every 30 to 45 days. What is happening is that some people are being unsubscribed from my channel without their knowledge. Also, when you go and hit the bell to get notifications, make sure you choose the option all. If you choose the option all, you will be notified every time I start a live stream right here on YouTube. Now, if you have the Sharpe Stream mobile app, you will also get the push notifications of when I go live, when I have sales, when I drop new products, make announcements, etc., etc. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll tell you what. In the comment section, and listen, I know I've sort of exaggerated. I know I've sort of exaggerated these females' ages. But in the comment section, let me know how old you think these women are. How old do you think these women are? Okay? We'll call them light-skinned and dark-skinned. How old do you think the light-skinned woman is? How old do you think the dark-skinned woman is? If I'm being completely honest without all of the, over-the-top theatrics and joking, I think the woman on the right, I think she's probably 46 years old, man. I think she is 46 years old. I think she's pushing 50. I think she is definitely pushing 50. The woman on the left, she said she's 47. I think she's probably closer to 60. I think she's probably 57. I think she's probably 57 years old. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comments and in the chat. Let me know in the comment section. For light skin, put LS. Dark skin, put DS and the number. We got 55 and 62 by Theo Woff. While I wait for those to come in, let's continue.
I'll make you famous.
Are you trolling me or are you being dead ass serious?
See this?
So no, I'm being dead ass serious.
No, and it's sad. Why? Why at half 100 years old do you deserve
a half 100?
Why do you deserve? I don't know why anybody deserves anything, but why do you at half 100 deserve a high value man?
Here we go.
When your husband was a junk dealer.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding.
Well, help me understand what I'm not understanding.
Wait, what?
Who's your child's father?
Oh, here we go. Did you hear that? She's like, okay, well, Kevin, listen, the ball's in your court. Tell me what you know. Kevin said, oh, so I'm gonna have to do this? I'm gonna have to let you know what's up. All right. Okay, you asked for it. Right? Like I'm trying to help you come to the conclusion that you should come to, but hey, if you insist, I am more than happy to let you know.
My ex-husband.
That's as high as you get.
Oh, God damn. Oh, boy. Okay. This is why we need to buckle up because this is why we need to buckle up, guys. What is about to happen is round 5. Was it? Oh, boy. Wait a minute. My memory might be failing. It is either round 5 or round 6 of the Oscar De La Hoya versus Bernard Hopkins fight. And no, I'm not related to Bernard Hopkins. It would be cool if I was. De La Hoya Hopkins. Bernard the Executioner Hopkins. You guys know my legal last name is Hopkins, right? Wes Hopkins played for the Eagles, no relation. So I'm not a rich kid. What is about to happen is either round 5 or 6 in Hopkins De La Hoya. Bernard the Executioner Hopkins put in that body work. De La Hoya was way too quick up here, but he was real slow down here. And so what Hopkins would do is Hopkins would feint with the left, boom, hit him right in the ribs. Rib shot, kidney shot, hit him in the liver. Hit him with about 8 of those bombs. And then finally, Hopkins hit him. Dude, it was a kidney shot. Boom, right in the kidney. De La Hoya said, ah! Sounded like Narcissus Prince on Super Punch-Out. when you knock him down. Be ready.
That's as high as you get.
Ooh. Body shot.
And that's based on your research?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now the delusion is going to set. Oh, wait. That's based on your research? So if you can't back up what you're saying, Mr. Samuels, with research, then listen, I have to doubt it. You see how now all of a sudden she's condescending. She's like, that's based on your research? Like she's really, look, this is, look at, I'm going to do a screen grab here. Look at the look on this woman's face. That's based on your research? Watch this. What does this look on this woman's face tell you? The question was from her, that's based on your research? You know what that means? You know what that look is? That means that she is asking the question in bad faith. She is asking this question in bad faith. She is using the typical show me the research argument that women make when they don't have a comeback. When they don't have a comeback, when they don't have a snippy argument, well, show me the research. Even if I did, you still wouldn't acknowledge. Well, numbers can be made to say anything. Well, then why did you ask for the research in the first place? Right? So now this woman has gotten condescending. Let's continue.
No, it's based on what I'm talking to.
Uh-oh.
It's based on most people. Why should a man come after you, older, more used, and pay more than the man that you gave the highest honor a woman can give a man?
When she does this is funny. This is called a tell, right? When somebody makes a point and you don't know exactly, when somebody tells you something that you already know, but you're trying to act like you don't know it. We have certain tells, right? This woman's tell is So again, when she does this what she's telling you is that she knows that what Kevin told her is true, but she's acting like she just discovered it because Kevin just told her.
I see.
Oh, see. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps because maybe he has already done the same thing.
No,
Because men and women are the same, right? Yeah, got it.
but he can go get a younger version.
Oh! Oh my God! Dude, yo. She's on the ropes. Listen, Hopkins is about to knock out De La Hoya. Oh my God.
But why would he?
Because it's better.
Oh! God.
Says who?
Damn. Oh!
Says an older man than you. Says a man my age, I wouldn't touch you.
Oh! Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. Look, see, I'm good. Oh! Yo, I'm telling you, listen, I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm letting you know right now. That is the most savage thing. That is the most savage statement that has ever been made in the history of YouTube. Let's go to the replay, Bob. Just like Charles Merchant said, she is feigning ignorance. Just listen to this.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps because maybe he has already done the same thing.
No, but he can go get a younger version.
There's the counterpunch.
But why would he?
She backs it
Because
up.
it's better.
Boom! Body shot.
Says who?
Says an older man than you. Says a man my age.
He's
I wouldn't
jabbing.
touch
He's
you
jabbing.
when I can get a 26-year-old you.
Oh! There it is.
Without the kid.
Woo! Oh my God.
But
I wouldn't touch you.
you wouldn't get the experience, or you wouldn't get the wit. Or
Oh my God. So now, listen. So now we're back up off the canvas, right? And for those of you guys who watch boxing, listen, guys who box, incredible athletes. So a guy gets knocked down, right? He has 10 seconds to get to his feet. If the referee has any inclination that the fighter is no longer able to defend himself, they call the fight. Okay? The referee's main job is to protect the fighters. The referee's not in there to judge. The referee is there to protect the fighters, to make sure somebody doesn't get absolutely just destroyed. Right? Ray Boom Boom Mancini, Dooku Kim, whoever the referee was, probably Richard Steele, because Richard Steele was also in the ring for Julio Cesar Chavez and Meldrick Taylor. And Meldrick, see, you see what I do, guys? I go down these rabbit holes anyway. The referee's job is to protect the fighters, right? So the fighter's up, right? And you guys can see this. What the referee does is he lifts up the gloves, right? He lifts up the gloves to see if the fighter wants to push back. He's, all right, push back. Okay, there's some strength there. Look at me, right? Look at me. Fury Wilder won. Fury Wilder won. Deontay Wilder knocked down Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was on his back until the 8 count. Springs to his feet. The referee said, all right, show me your hands. Okay, what's your name? Tyson Fury. He still didn't bite. He said, walk to the other side of the ring. Tyson Fury ran to the other side of the ring and ran back, and then proceeded to win the round. That's what's happening here. She just got knocked down, right? The other fighter, smells blood in the water. Now, listen, you got to your feet. That doesn't mean you're 100% ready. And Kevin hits her with some haymakers.
Yeah. I don't want to experience. I don't want to eat shit, but that's a meal that I experience.
Oh my God. No.
Ooh.
See, again, she knows. Now, if I'm in this chick's corner, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm like, hey, we're out. We're done. You're done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, Kevin knows that that's her tell. Kevin knows that is her pretending like she's just discovering this for the first time. Lorenzo Rock says, I'm having flashbacks of when Ivan Drago fought Apollo Creed. Yeah, that was ugly.
See, I want my filet. I want to eat my own filet. I don't want someone else to eat it. Then I go get the shit.
You know,
that's
experience. I will reject it, but I won't take that because I know you can't necessarily reject me. But it feels like, gosh, come on, Kevin.
What?
Come on, what? Wipe up a 57-year-old who has a kid? No thanks. No fucking thanks. Miss me with that. Come on, Kevin. Honestly, who the hell does she think she is, man? Who the hell does she think she is? Come on, Kevin. Come on, ladies. Love us unconditionally. Don't require us to be 6'2". And be worth 6 figures, have a 6-foot dick in a 6-car garage. No, please lower your standards because we don't qualify. Nah, bitch, it don't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
I'm being honest. Why do you need a high value man as a postmenopausal woman?
Oh God. Oh my God.
I say need.
Oh.
Well, why do you want one?
Oh my God.
If you didn't want
He said, why do you think you need a high-value man as a postmenopausal woman? God, I'm going to tell you what. Kevin's starting to hurt my feelings. God damn. Like he is cooking this broad.
One in your prime. Listen, ma'am, let's be realistic. In your prime, when you had birthing years ahead of you, womb left in your womb, new experiences and magic of a new woman. Why did you not need a high value man then? But now when you're almost half 100, there's nothing new. Why do you need those resources and experience?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Throw the damn towel! Unbelievable. This is what needs to happen right here. This is all I'm saying. Rocky, listen, you know Apollo's about to die. Throw the towel. I know Apollo told you no, but you got to throw the damn towel. Eey. And now, look at her body language now. Look at her body language. Hold on. I'm gonna take him to the screen grab because you can see that her body language has gone from being sort of loose and jokey to being almost, dare I say, confrontational. Confrontational, anybody? Look at this. You see, now she's starting to get upset. The reason why she's starting to get upset is because Kevin is now hitting her with haymakers. She came into this conversation in bad faith. And now she's telling Kevin, come on, why can't a high-value man like an older woman like me? And Kevin's like, listen, sweetie, I don't make the rules. We don't want y'all. We just don't want y'all. And listen, every time she comes back with a response, She continues to feign ignorance. So Kevin has to dig a little deeper. Kevin's still doing that body work. He hits her in the head. Oh, you still don't want to go down? All right, cool. Let's get some more body work in there before he hit the canvas again.
Can I tell you?
Man, then. But now when you're almost half 100, when there's nothing new, why do you need those resources and experience?
Can I tell you?
Yes, please.
Well,
She has no answer, guys.
I've always wanted it.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Youth. But because I was born in the projects, the ghettos of Chicago.
I swear to God, I thought she was going to say because I was born during the Great Depression. Like, that's what I thought she was going to say. Like, real talk. Real talk.
Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of trauma. I didn't have a value of myself, so I projected that. I
Okay.
didn't think I was worthy of someone like you.
Okay, listen. Now, in her defense, that's real. That's real, right? She's born in the projects, probably grew up without a dad, right? Not her fault. Not her fault. But born in the projects, grew up without a dad. So she looked for that self-love. And which really means she got passed around. She jumped on the sausage merry-go-round. So listen, now that Kevin is telling her, like, she's all right, listen, man, I'm gonna let you know. Hey, listen, born and raised in the projects, right? Born and raised in the projects, back during the Great Depression, right? Black Tuesday, I remember it because I was 12 years old when it happened, right? Didn't have a daddy around, so I just gotta pass myself around.
Or with the caliber of man that you are. So I didn't attract that kind.
See, she's being real. Listen, she gets it now. She gets it.
We attract what we are.
That I disagree with. I disagree with he says we attract what we are. I think maybe Kevin meant to say that masculinity attracts our yin and yang femininity, right? Ultra masculine men attract super feminine women, and vice versa. Super feminine women attract ultra masculine men, right? So so when you think of like an alpha male, right? The female equivalent of an alpha male, 19-year-old blonde with big boobs and a virgin, give or take.
Precisely.
So, ma'am, where in the world?
Mark Johnson on the Sharpe stream side says, I'm from Chicago, 83rd and Avalon. She had a fair chance. Mark, I think Mark, unfortunately for you, is things were very different in Chicago when you came up, right? Like when listen, I'm sure you had a fair chance, but dude, she had to live through the Great Depression, man. Things were a little different.
Where in the world do men who are quote unquote high value, okay?
Oh boy.
Choose older women as the default setting after they have their value proposition in order? Where has that ever happened in the history of mankind?
Here's what's happening. She knows the answer is no. She knows the answer is no. But she cannot acknowledge it. Because if she acknowledges it, she then has to hold herself accountable for her state in life. She can no longer say she doesn't know. Of course the answer is none. Kevin's question is, when in the history of time has a man achieved high value chosen older women over younger women? Yeah, the answer is never. She knows the answer is never, but she just can't bring herself to actually say it out loud. Because women are delusional enough to believe that if they don't say it out loud, they believe this, speak it into existence. No, you don't speak anything into existence. Least of all, men's true preferences. Well, if I acknowledge this, I'm speaking this into existence. Sweetheart, listen, man, men choosing younger women or over older women, that's going to be in existence whether you speak it into it or not. Those are the facts. Look at her. She didn't know what to do.
I mean, Lisa Nichols.
Where?
Lisa Nichols just got married.
Man.
Lisa Nichols. I don't even know who Lisa Nichols is. Hang on. Lisa Nichols just got married. Just give me a second. I should have looked this up, actually. Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols just got married, okay? Lisa Nichols is, okay, she's clearly an older woman, right? But it looks like she has a Wikipedia page. She's a motivational speaker. Okay, Lisa Nichols just got married. Sweetie, you ain't Lisa Nichols. You ain't. You ain't Lisa Nichols, boo. Right? Like, I remember I read an article, I broke down an article by Yasmin Seibu, who talked about the fact that she's waiting to have children. She said, well, listen, man, Beyonce had children at, 36 years old. Hell, I still got 3 more years. Baby, you ain't Beyonce. You ain't Beyonce, right? You ain't the Obamas, right? This is one thing that women of all races constantly look to celebrities and outliers for their reasoning and rationale. Well, Lisa Nichols just got married. Number one, you ain't Lisa Nichols. Number two, she's the statistical anomaly. And by the way, Kevin has no idea who the hell Lisa Nichols is, nor should he.
Ma'am, I said as the default setting.
Well, I can't answer that question precisely.
I can't answer that question. Dude, again, you see this? This woman knows what the answer is. Again. Dre Raven says, Lisa Nichols, wasn't she a model during Prohibition? Right. Lisa Nichols has become the first woman ever to get married at over 100. She's in the triple figure club. Yes. Lisa Nichols, 145 years old, just got married. But this woman knows the answer to his question. Kevin's question is, when in the history of time did a high value man choose an older woman over a younger woman? The answer is never. She knows it's never. And she says, well, I can't answer that. Throw the damn towel.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, no, you can't. Okay. So, again, where
Here we go.
the world?
See, Kevin's going to press her. Kevin's not going to let her. See, I don't know. I can't answer. No. Kevin knows she knows the answer. Okay? Kevin knows she knows he knows the answer. Right? And so he's not going to let her get away with saying, well, I can't exactly answer that. Kevin's not going to be like, okay, right? See, now is a time. See, this is what Kevin does, right? He lets the small parts of the bullshit kind of slide, right? But then when we get down to the brass tacks, now Kevin is starting to take a micromanagement approach. Now I'm not going to let you get away with any bullshit, right? If she told him, if she told Kevin she were 47 years old right now, guess what he would say? Ma'am, no, you're not. You are not 47. I knew you were lying when you told me you were lying, and you're lying now. So let's just stop the cap and then ask the question again. Kevin is starting to lose his patience with this woman because she is not acknowledging what everybody knows she knows is true. That's the problem.
Throughout history,
Here he goes.
do men who are higher value,
Do it, Kevin.
high value,
Do it.
choose older women as their default
damn
setting
towel.
for mates after they have already become high value?
Come on.
I would just probably say nowhere.
Well, there you go. I would. How long did it take her to answer? Probably nowhere. And even then, she didn't give a full nowhere, never. Well, probably nowhere, as if to imply there might be an exception somewhere else. Lord Sinister, $5 super chat, says she wanted to make the man she was with a parent. She thought that would keep him, or she thought my time is running out, I need to get pregnant. How about both? Lord Sinister?
Why?
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Perhaps because they have options.
This is why Kevin's a fucking genius. This is why he's a fucking genius. Guys, this is the brilliance of Kevin Samuels. This is the brilliance. This woman has bullshitted him this entire time. Kevin stayed cool. He kept asking her question after question. Now he has Sharpe angled her. She has no choice but to admit the truth. She has no choice but to admit the truth. And this is what Kevin does better than anybody else. This is what he does. He makes these women tell the truth about themselves, right? Kevin, dude, he's surgical with this stuff. This is why he's undefeated. It's like as a boxer, they teach you as a boxer to cut off the ring, right? If you're dealing with a speedy fighter, you want to make sure you cut off the angles so they can't get away with it, so they can't run, like Oscar De La Hoya did in rounds 10 through 12 against Felix Trinidad, right? Kevin cuts off the ring. Now he's got her in the corner. She's tired. He's giving her body blows. She still doesn't want to admit the truth. And look at her face now. Oh, my God. Look at this. Hold on. You guys are going to love this. Look, I'm taking another screenshot. We're going to go through some progressions here, guys. We're going to go through some progressions here because he's about to land the death blow. Look. Yeah. Not so happy now, huh? Not so happy now, huh? Yeah, not doing so good. So first, she looked like this. Oh, yeah, everything's happy-go-lucky. Da-da-da-da-da. Then she tried to feign ignorance. Well, maybe not, right? Oh, wow, she tried to feign the ignorance. Kevin saw through the BS. Uh-oh, she's starting to lose patience. Like, I do not want to tell this nigga the truth. Oh, my God. Jesus help me. And now Kevin has her on the ropes. Kevin absolutely, positively has her on the ropes. And now she's looking like this. Look at that. Look at that progression. Yep. It's all fun and games until Kevin starts asking you questions that require you to either tell the truth or make yourself look like an idiot. Let's continue.
Which are?
And again, she just admitted, right? So again, this is what Kevin does. Why do they pick younger women? Because they have options. He says, which are?
Younger women.
Yes, because a younger woman can actually give their end of the social contract.
Which is access to the womb.
Fertility, youth, exclusive access to their womb for my time, attention, and resources. That's the deal. You have already given your fertility, youth, exclusive access to your womb to another man.
Okay, so another fight reference. What is happening here? This is going to become Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson, the second match. Evander Holyfield is dominating Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson remembers what happened in the first fight. He was no match for Holyfield. So now here we are. Holyfield is giving him the business again. Mike Tyson got desperate. Why did Tyson get desperate? Because he wanted out of the fight. Mike Tyson was like, dude, I'm not getting knocked out again. Buster Douglas did it to me back in 1990. Evander Holyfield did it to me 10 months ago. No way I'm getting knocked out again. So what did Mike Tyson do, boys and girls? What did Mike Tyson end up doing? He ended up biting a chunk off of Evander Holyfield's ear. Watch and listen.
You should still be mated and bonded to that man, going off into the sunset and dying with him.
Woo!
That's how human beings have always worked. But now we're telling we have women your age range saying, I want now a man who is higher value than the man for whom I chose to have.
Let me take a look. Here's what she looks like now. This is good. So now Kevin is getting her not only to verbally acknowledge the truth, right? This right here, guys, what does that look like? This looks like a woman who understands it's over. It's over. She's got the wry smile. She's like, all right, okay, all right.
A child and give life to.
Look, head to the side.
That would be a bad deal for that man because he couldn't even get a child from you.
You know what? Thank you, because now I could just accept the fact that it wasn't my call this time in life, right? That
it wasn't your call this time in life?
I just didn't.
Didn't what?
I didn't do it. It's almost like, wanting
my question is, it doesn't even make.
Uh-oh. Right. So now she's trying to concede. Now they're in an MMA fight, right? Now they're in an MMA fight, right? They're grappling. She's tapping out, but Kevin doesn't have her in the rear naked chokehold. He doesn't have her in the chicken wing. He doesn't have her in the crucifix. She's trying to tap out, even though she didn't have a reason to tap out. But Kevin's like, no, we're going to keep grappling. I'm not letting you out the fight that easy.
Logical sense to want a man of high value at your age.
Ooh.
What is wrong with a man of average value?
Ooh.
Kevin,
Yes.
that could be a harsh reality. I'll say that.
Why?
There we go. Oh my God, Kevin! Oh my God! Here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. This woman wasted Kevin's time, right? This woman wasted Kevin's time. Kevin could have ended this a long time ago, but this woman wasted his time, and Kevin is now going to make her pay for wasting his time. This is a 47-year-old woman with a child who is trying to convince Kevin that she deserves a high value. That's trying to convince Kevin that she actually believes that she deserves a high value man. Kevin's like, this is 6 minutes and 43 seconds of my life I will never get back. You want to know something? May as well get something out of it. So he's like, all right, cool. Listen, man, if you want to get drugged, listen, just like you said, if you want me to do it, I'm gonna do it. You're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna do it. Let's do it.
Why?
Yes.
Rewind a little bit.
Want a man of high value at your age. What is wrong with a man of average value?
Kevin,
Yes.
What's the problem?
that could be a harsh reality. I'll say that.
Why?
She's trying to get out of it. She's trying to exit stage left. All right, listen, you got me. You beat me up. I'm trying to throw in the towel. Kevin's like, nope,
Why?
Oh,
Yes.
God. Oh, Kevin, don't do
Let
it.
me think about that.
Oh, don't do it, Kevin.
Maybe
If
because
you had simply a high school diploma, would you still want a high value man?
Now, Evander Holyfield is about to knock out Mike Tyson. He's got him, dude. They were in the middle of the ring, but he was about to cold cock him
Today.
no.
Thank you. You're basing your
There it is.
want of a man based upon your educational attainment and your so-called socioeconomic value.
Woo!
And that is not how it has ever worked for women.
And he didn't have to say that. She said it herself. This is why Kevin's the GOAT.
Your sexual marketplace value is
Actually, Kevin is the GOAT, the greatest godfather of all time.
your looks, your physicality, and your womb.
Body work.
That is how it has always been.
Oh,
But you just proved that because you have a piece of paper, you think that increases your value.
Oh, boy.
And women are often trying to get men to value
oh boy.
things that we don't value
Because
and
of the
experience.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
She said, I didn't say that I'm basing what I deserve on education. Yes, you did. She did indirectly because Kevin just asked her, if you had a high school diploma, do you think you'd want a high value man? And she said no. So one could only really assume that she bases her value on her education instead of her age.
Well, if you had a high school diploma, the assumption is that you think your degree and your experience makes you more valuable to a man.
Sucks. Ugh, look at that.
And I think the personal growth and development.
I've got deodorant on, don't worry. Oh, here we
some of
go.
The childhood inner wounds that I've healed make me better. I think the fact
No
that
one wants.
Okay. Now Kevin's about to drop her right here. Right. I think blah 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 makes me better. Listen, she might honestly believe that. She might honestly believe that her opinion, the things that she thinks makes her better, actually make her better. Kudos for that. Men don't give a damn what you think makes you better. The market, listen, women, ladies, listen, man. Listen, and I know y'all know this, but we got to tell you. The market is men. The sexual market for any given person is the group of people they are sexually attracted to. That's what it is. Women are attracted to high value men. So you as the product don't get to dictate to the consumer what you're worth. Okay? You don't get appraised like if you wanted to buy a Ford Escape. You get an appraisal, used Ford Escape. You don't go to Ford and say, hey, Ford, will you give me appraisal on this Ford Escape? Oh, hey, that's $28 million. Women, ladies, you don't get to evaluate yourself in terms of value. No, your value is whatever the market tells you it is. Your value is whatever the market tells you it is. If most men treat you very nicely, if they hit on you a lot, chances are probably have very high sexual market value, right? Listen, obviously she'd be pretty, but listen, you know a woman, you know by describing the way a woman gets treated, you can tell she looks good, right? If most men in your life, related or otherwise, related coworkers, people at the bus, at the grocery store, restaurants, if most people treat a woman very, very well, always give her deference, always give her the benefit of the doubt, right? She gets the most comfortable chair at work, right? She's always given promotions. Everybody treats her great to the front of the line at the club. She gets in first at the club. That's a high, listen, she has high sexual market value. That's the market. Just because you say you're high sexual market value doesn't mean you are, any more than I can say the same thing. Like, listen, I can say, well, listen, man, I make X amount of money per year and this and that and the third. So women should be attracted to me. Nah, player. Listen, you might think that. There are a lot of guys who don't think it's fair that women have such high standards. Is it fair that they have such high standards? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're the market. If you as a man want to get with a woman, women are the market. Women are the market. Women are, not you. Women dictate. Women dictate what your value is. On the other side of that coin, men dictate what the woman's value are. What the woman's value is. Lord Sinister said she is already low-key combative. Oh, you can tell because she's rubbing her hands together. Doesn't matter what you think attracts men, ladies. Women know what attracts men. Youth and beauty. Those are two of the main things.
No, we want women who don't have any of that.
Well,
we don't want
development and
diploma.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Okay, the assumption is that you think your degree and your experience makes you more valuable to a man.
And I think the personal growth and development and some of the childhood inner wounds that I've healed make me better. I think the fact
we want women who don't have any of that.
Ooh.
Well, we don't want women who have
tell me where you're gonna find one of those.
Are you kidding me? Tell me where you're gonna find one of those.
It's called 25.
Oh God. Oh my God. Hold up. This is a mic drop. This is wait, did I say that thing was the last Savage where he said I'm not checking for you?
We want women who don't have any of that. Well, we don't want women who have
tell me where you're gonna find one of those.
It's just called 25.
Well, that's it. That's it. That's the mic drop. That's the mic drop. Tell me where you're gonna find one of those. Yeah, it's called 25, bitch. Right? Right? Again, she's trying, at this point, what she's really doing is she's almost low-key trying to shame men for having standards. This is the problem with women. Women can have standards, right? I want a guy who's X, Y, and Z. But as soon as men start talking about what we want, oh my God, you're a misogynist.
Well, no, that's not
true. It's called 20. No, it's called 20. See what?
She's like, no, that's not true. What are you talking about, woman?
Should basically listen. No, don't.
Oh, she just said that's bullshit.
Well, first off, check that. Right. First off, check that shit.
Oh, that's it. You done fucked around and made him cuss.
Check that shit smooth. Woo! Because you cannot make men be.
See, that's it. She fucked up. She pissed him off. And you know what? It wasn't what she said. Believe it or actually, it was what she said. She said that's bullshit. Kevin's like, it's called 25. That's bullshit. Then he's like, what? She said it twice. Kevin's like, all right, cool. Listen, man, don't let the suit fool you. Do not let the suit fool you. Inside, I'm still a nigga. And he's straight, dude. He straight checked her. Check it out.
Shame from who we are.
Yes, sir.
Don't get upset that you got that shit.
Woo. Yes, sir.
Check that shit smooth because you cannot make men be shamed from who we are.
You pissed them off.
Don't get upset that you got your shit together at half 100.
Oh shit!
Whatever it is.
Oh my God!
You got yourself together at
wow.
Now. Why, if you were this at 23, maybe.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But now the story is now men are bad because we don't want to deal with the scarred up.
No.
You got
oh,
scarred.
Boy, here it is. Okay, so now we're going to talk Street Fighter, right? Now he's Akuma. Let me stop.
And scabs over the wound.
Hold up.
But
Listen,
now
this is going. Listen, this right here is where he fries this chick. Buckle up.
Story is now men are bad because we don't want to deal with the scarred up. See, you got scars and scabs over the wounds. We don't want scars or scabs. We want smooth ass skin. Because somebody else put those marks there. We don't want the marks another man put on there. The only marks we want on you is maybe the ones we put on there. Because at least we know what we're fucking paying for. Oh. So if your son, right?
Yes.
Your son, you'd want him to become a high value man.
Smelling salts.
I do.
And then you'd want him to date a woman 47 years old.
This is it. Now he's got her. He's asking her, you got a kid. Do you want your kid dating a 47-year-old or a 25-year-old?
Scars and scabs and everything else. Oh, a 27-year. Huh? Thank you very much.
There it is. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Thank you for playing.
Uh-huh. That was ugly.
Okay, so.
Oops. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. That was a. Oh, look, you guys are putting all in the. Oh, you guys want to talk about the custom combos? Listen, dude. Listen, I'll talk about the custom combos in well, I think it was Street Fighter Alpha. Oh yeah, DJ Red Pill said overkill. Yes, finish him. Listen, if we took that to Mortal Kombat, he's already beaten her. He's wobbling there, right? Shang Tsung says, finish him. Do good. Oh, you good. Good. Yoga fire. Yoga flame. Dude. Listen, man. She got out of pocket. Kevin quickly put her back in pocket. He said, you better check that. He said, check that shit real smooth. Guess what? Now he's speaking her language. She's like, oh, all right. Oh, cool. Like, no problem here. Nothing to see here. Do you see how he did this, though? He knew that this conversation was being had on her end in bad faith. He didn't have to say, you're lying. There is no way that you believe what you're saying. He didn't have to say, he does not have to say that. It's not really all he does. What Kevin does is he has the unique ability to ask the right, and it's funny, dude, I'm telling you, man, what Kevin does a lot of times, and it's freaking crazy. He actually does, I think he did this with her. What he'll do every once in a while during the conversation, he'll ask seemingly benign questions that don't really mean anything, right? Right? How long's your last relationship? Completely changing the subject, right? They think it's just, okay, all right, changing the subject. 1 year. Wait, I'm sorry, your longest relationship was 1 year? Well, yeah, 1 year, 12 months. Oh, you're socially awkward, right? Kevin asks these seemingly benign questions, kind of takes what they believe is off the beaten path. He always puts them right back on, man. He always puts them right back on. Kevin never asks questions that aren't going to allow them to tell on themselves. He did not have to tell that woman that she was being delusional and had that conversation in bad faith. He asked the questions that allowed her to tell him herself. Tell him herself. Wait a minute. I don't base my value on my education. You just said that if you had a high school diploma, you would not want a high value man. Well, where are these women found? Where are these creeds? Where are these uniforms? It's called 25. And then she got upset. He said, it's called 25. She said, that's bullshit. Nah, bitch. That's not bullshit. That shit's real. That's why you got mad. Then Kevin had to check your ass. Then he checkmated you by saying, oh, you got a son. Let's say he's got some value. You want him dating a woman your age or a woman half your age? And finally, she just threw her hands up and said, you know what? He got me. He got me. That's it. Checkmate. That's it. Then she got the salute. She got the 21. She got the 21 gun salute with the bugle horn. Slash and burn theory, $5 says, bro, Tom Lakis was never even that brutal. That's the thing, man. Tom Lakis, you're right. Edman209 says that was beautiful how he did that. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Kevin, dude, he slices and dices these chicks up, man. It really is a thing of beauty. It is incredible. Wow. We got 1,400 people watching. Holy God. Is YouTube closed today? Listen, YouTube must be closed today. YouTube's got to be closed today because if they were actually open, there's no way they would have alerted 1,451 people that I was on the air. No way. All right. Stay closed, YouTube. Or Gizzo08 says, yep, she's flatlined now. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. She was out. Yep. And Andre J says he gives them enough rope to hang themselves every time. Every time. Big Brandon says ultra combo. Space Opera 45, $5 super chat says Kevin Samuels asks the questions that the caller thinks is totally unrelated, but underneath the question is a heat-seeking bomb. #deadly. Never misses. KS Legend. Dude, it is absolute. Yo, like, real talk. Real talk. The way they got to give Kevin a PhD. They got to give Kevin a PhD. I'm going to start putting an MD behind Kevin Samuels' name because he's surgical with these bitches, man. Like, dude, three nights a week, he's performing surgery. Scalpel, gloves, scrub me in. It's time to operate. That's what he does, man. That's what he does. Every single freaking time, dude. It is insanity. Later on, right around 5 o'clock, hang on a second. That's not supposed to be on yet. Give me a second. Hold up. That's not supposed to be playing. That's weird. All right, some production snafus. Pay no attention to any of that. Oh, there we go. Two seconds. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Thank you guys very much, man. Yeah, listen, man. And guys, listen, dude. We got 1,382 people in here watching. Dude, I got 1,100 likes, man. I got 1,100 likes. Guys, you guys know that I have been, bleeped, right? We know that. The way to break me out of this is that kind of engagement, man. That kind of engagement. Listen, hit the like button and then get one of your buddies to come in and throw me a like. Because this kind of engagement, I think, is extremely, extremely beneficial. You guys are you guys are really looking out for your boy, man. Really, really looking out for your boy. I got, dude, 1,500 people maxed out. I got 1,100 likes, man. What is that? I mean, hold on. Let me. I'm not a mathematician here, but let's go 1,100 divided by 1,500. Dude, that is 73% engagement. That's incredible, man. That's incredible, dude. It really is. Space Opera 45, another $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Says, I see the pics, and all you need all you need to get together, including TS. Who's TS? Who is TS? That's Myron Gaines. Am I missing? No, that's not. Okay, all right. And put your differences aside and form a conglomerate. Oh, y'all would really control this space. Including, I know who you're talking about in terms of TS. I will not work with him. I will not work with him. He made my personal information. He made my personal information public. And he was, I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I will never work with anyone who makes my personal information public, and I'll just leave it at that. I wish TS the best of luck, and that's it. That's it. Yes, Del Tort. I'm clearly being Del Torted, right? And I'm also Denab Wodas. Yeah, Space Opera 45. Listen, I hate to disappoint you. I really do. But yeah, anyway. I'm simply going to avoid working with people like that. That's all I'll say. Wish him the best of luck. Wish him the best of luck. At 5 o'clock, I'm sorry, wait a minute. 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock in less than 2 hours, I will be breaking down Season 1, Episode 3 of Sex Life. Season 1, Episode 3 of Sex Life. I'm going to be breaking that down in a couple of hours. And it is clear that I am going to have to work. I'm going to have to start working out in the mornings again because these shows run very, very long. Now that I have figured out how to, I don't have to be super, super loud. I have a lot more vocal stamina. I've been on the air for 2.5 hours. I feel great. And I normally try to work out during the hottest time of the day. Of course, you guys all know I have a kick-ass garage right downstairs in my gym. I open up the gym door, let the humidity in. I like working up a good sweat, but looks like I'm going to have to start working out early in the morning because once I get on and do this at 12 o'clock, if I do this at 12 o'clock, 12:30, I get done at 2:30. So that's what it is. Lord Cinder says, I wish I had his level of calm and collected. You wish. Psh. But yes, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right back here. Double feature. Sex Life, followed by Temptation Island. And again, if you're watching me on YouTube, you can only see and hear what I'm doing. But if you want to see and hear what is happening on the screen and what I'm doing and saying, Sharpestream.com, absolutely free for iOS or Android. Download Sharpestream.com today. The mobile app is free. You will also with the mobile app, guys, comes push notifications. If you guys, listen, I know a lot of you guys complain that you don't get notifications when I go live. Guess what? Push notifications. Push notifications, guys. The push notifications come with SharpStream. Absolutely free. Standard messaging and data rates may apply. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. The 744th edition of TSR Live. Shout out to Devin, who let me know exactly what was going on with that. Oh, wait a minute. Dude, are you serious? I am not doing good with production today. There we go. Oh, the hell? Wait a minute. There we go. Again, shout out to Devin. This was episode 744. It is hard to believe that I have done 744 of these. It won't be long until I'm doing episode 800. That's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description.